got a temporary break from our Hugel bed process to work on the Chevy here, which is throwing off a transmission filter code. So we're improvising here. Got it up on the curb, blocked the tires, set ourselves up a little IV drip to drain the transmission fluid to make it a little bit neater, I guess. Got our replacement filter, and we're gonna try to swap this out. First time doing it, see how it goes. All right, buddy, this is what we gotta take off right here. We gotta first remove this, the little clip right there, I believe. I gotta push this thing back somehow. And once we do that, ooh, hot, watch out. Let this cool down. We gotta remove all these bolts around here. And then this pan is gonna be filled up with fluid that needs to be drained out, so we'll need to get something to catch that and suck all that fluid out, and then we can replace the filter. So I think, gotta get this thing off here. Oh. Oh, that came off pretty easy. And then I believe that there's these, there you go, the 10 millimeters and the other ones. But this sucker, not exactly sure how to get off yet. There's a couple of bolts that I'm gonna have trouble getting to because they're blocked by that shield here. So I think I'm gonna have to remove this first, and those have 15 millimeter nuts on them. So I'm gonna try that. We'll see. All right. According to the video, just kind of pry that loose, and that gets you access to that. And then you gotta do something to compress this thing, which I have to figure out next. I'm not gonna lie to you, this part has got me a little flummoxed. It's telling me that there's some clips up here. All I gotta do is squeeze them and then the whole thing slides back out. But I can't find the clips. I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know if they're talking about this thing or something up there, but this here needs to slide backwards, and something has got to be squeezed for it to do that. All right, let's have some real talk here. I can't figure out how to get this thing off. I know it's a simple clip, you push it back. I've watched all the diagrams, all the friggin' videos, made still shots and all that to diagram it, but it's not working. So I could either give up, or I could break the part because I'm clipping on the wrong thing, or I could cheat. So I'm just taking a 10 millimeter wrench, slowly unscrewing that part, knowing that this whole thing will drop, and then hopefully everything will be easy after that. You know, it's life, right? You just, sometimes you got to work around until you figure out the right way. All right, so like I said, I cheated. Took the whole freaking bracket off. I'm leaving that bolt in place, and then I'm gonna proceed with getting the rest of them off here, but hey, we're still moving, so that's something. I'll throw this one in there because nobody told me about it on YouTube, or they didn't see it, which is this little sucker's really in there, and it's the last one. So you're gonna need to get some kind of an elbow here to get up in there, but it does. Well, there she is in all her glory. You can kind of see how much of a mess roughly we're working with here. Mostly contained within there. The actual pan itself, got a little gunk around. I'm gonna try to just do a general cleanup of all the edges around here so that the new filter will set, and then we'll pop off the old one and out with the old and in with the new. I guess some observations before we put it back on. I mean, they're appear to be some small grit filings. I don't know about filings, but particles in the pan. Not a ton, but you can see a little bit there. I guess maybe that's could come off from the edge of the seal, or it's coming from the transmission. I'm not sure. But before we put it back on, worth noting. Well, this is what the inside of a 99 Chevy S10 pickup transmission looks like, apparently. They say to check these O-rings up here. Stick your finger in it and see if there's any chips or nicks or anything compromised. I did that. Doesn't seem to have any problem with it, so I'm going to leave it there. Just trying to clean up all the edges here. And cleaned out all the pan here. Now I'm going to slip in the filter, start reassembly. In case you're wondering, that's what the part looks like. That's the O-ring that we're not going to put in. And I got this at O'Reilly, and there's your part number. So there's this idea in Buddhist thought called beginner's mind. It's also in Christian thought. They talk about you must have the mind of a child or to enter the kingdom of heaven. Complete sidebar. But the idea is, if you already think you got it all figured out, then you're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss the opportunity for new ideas, new inventions, new possibilities. But everything for me is beginner's mind when it comes to changing car filters, especially on Chevy trucks, because I've never done it before. So this little filter thing kept warping a little bit fresh out of the box. You can kind of see it over here. And it just hit me that might be very difficult to try to keep aligned when I put it up again. So I'm gonna try something new. Haven't seen anybody do it online. Maybe this is the way, maybe it's not. But I just screwed these little bolts in before I put it up, just to keep all of the gasket in place. And then I'm gonna try to attach it afterwards. So hopefully that will save me frustration, but who knows? That might have worked, but they were set too high. So I'm gonna try it again, screwing them down a little bit and then screw them up. Well, we got them all on, except for that sucker. Because this is how to do it the hard way. So I'll talk to you in about 20 minutes of wrenching. Well, after a lot of trial and error, not being able to get a wrench on it from the other way to try to get it back on, I found out that you can actually slip a 10 millimeter socket up between the linkage to get at that thing if it's detached over there. So well, hopefully that will work and we'll put it back together. All right, we're gonna fill this sucker up. According to the manual here, it says you should put right around 7 pints of the specified automatic transmission fluid. And given that a gallon is about 8 pints, I'm just gonna put all of it in there. Check for leaks there. Appear to be getting any leaks. We'll start her up. Appears to be running okay. Probably put the shroud back on.